What's going on, guys? It's your boy. Welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be revisiting a video that I made of my mini movie review of the other day. Why is my lights doing that right now? Stop distracting me. Jesus Christ. Okay. But yeah, I'm revisiting the movie Ghosted because this movie has been out for about 3 weeks. And when I made my mini movie review of it, I gave it a 90 overall score. I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it. And everybody on the internet is saying that it's the worst movie that has came out this year. And I am so confused about what I am missing. So I decided to rewatch it, and I still really liked it. So I'm going to be talking about what people are saying that sucks about the movie, and why I think they're wrong. So I'm going to be talking about this movie again. I will say after rewatching it, my score of a 90 was definitely too high. I was just really enjoying the movie, and I had way too much fun with it. My actual score for it I will do at the end of this video, I guess. But I want to talk about some things that just drive me insane about, like, film bros who are critiquing this movie and are saying it's absolutely terrible. For one, a lot of people are saying the chemistry between Chris Evans and Ana de Armas isn't that great. Do you guys understand that Ana de Armas' character is supposed to be a spy who doesn't want to have feelings for people? So their chemistry not being very great is probably a director's decision because she's supposed to be reluctant. She's not supposed to have feelings for anybody. She's not supposed to be in a relationship with anybody. And they literally address that in the movie because she has multiple ex-boyfriends show up in the movie, and both of her ex-boyfriends have seriously bad things wrong with them. Like, I don't understand. Everybody's like, their chemistry is so not great. And it's like, yeah, Ana de Armas is being a little distant. You know why? Because she's a secret agent and she's not supposed to be falling in love with some little innocent farm boy. Like, that's literally, like, the plot of the movie. Did we watch the same movie? Are you guys understanding that that's, like, what the character's supposed to be doing? And then another thing that bothers me about it is everybody's saying that they have no chemistry or whatever until they argue. That's kind of the point. It's called love-to-hate trope. It's literally a popular trope in rom-coms. You guys know that this movie that you guys were signing up to watch was a rom-com, right? Yes, it's an action rom-com, but it's primarily a romantic comedy. Do I need to explain to you what those two words mean? Romance. By the end of the movie, the two people are going to fall in love. They aren't in love immediately. Yeah, they have a little fling at the beginning of the movie. That's like a first date. They're not going to have perfect chemistry on the first date. But by the end of the movie, when they fall in love, it feels natural. It feels organic. It feels like something that would happen if a guy who is just an innocent little farm boy falls in love with a super spy and is basically running for his life for a couple days and ends up still falling in love with the girl. They have good chemistry by the end of the movie. Did you watch the movie? Did you finish the movie? Did you watch anything other than the clips that they put out? Because there are clips from the beginning of the movie where their chemistry doesn't seem so great. And you know why? Because when two people fall in love, they don't instantly fall in love. It's not like that, okay? And maybe movies have given you false hope that that's what happens, but that's not what happens. So that's something that ticked me off. And I want to go ahead and say, so first off, romance, right? By the end of the movie, the two characters are going to fall in love. That's basically what the romantic part of the romantic comedy is. Comedy. This movie is mostly for laughs. It's supposed to be something to put on, to have fun, to laugh about it. I've seen people who are complaining because there's not enough high stakes in this movie. It's a romantic comedy. What are you... Okay, sorry. I just... People are driving me insane. I'm like, the way that I'm like arguing about this makes it seem like I've gotten into fights about people on the internet. I haven't. I've just seen way too many people saying that this is the worst movie that's came out this year. And I've watched some of the movies that have came out this year that weren't that great. But that being said, I can see why it would maybe not be for some people. But now, something else that I want to talk about. Some people have nitpicked the smallest little things that they could possibly critique, and it's kind of bothering me. One of the main complaints that I've been seeing, and this is a serious complaint that I've seen in 3 separate YouTube videos, because I watched about 4 or 5 videos of people who are saying that it's not very good, because I'm like, maybe they can show me why it's not very good. And what's it called? A lot of them, I think 3 out of the 5 videos, have mentioned the needle drops in this movie not being great. How are you going to critique the music selection of something where almost all of the music in all of the scenes that have music are mostly just there to kind of remind you that this is like a modern little love story? You know what I mean? Like, it's not supposed to be anything major. Like, obviously, if it was supposed to be like this big cool thing that's like choreographed to a scene, like, maybe the complaint is when they use the song The Taxman at the end of the movie, it doesn't feel as like part of the film as it should. It doesn't feel like it's structurally meant to be there. It seems like something that was an afterthought, which I agree with, right? Like, you watch the scene where the Taxman song is playing and it's kind of like, that doesn't really feel like that fits there, but I mean, go for it, I guess. But what's it called? Something that I did want to address is a lot of the music for it works. Like the song "Are You Gonna Be My Girl" by Jet is in this movie, and the whole conflict is two people who are in love with each other, but like not wanting to admit that they're in love with each other. So "Are You Gonna Be My Girl," which is a great song to play during an action sequence, playing during an action sequences in a rom-com about two people who are in a relationship who are having a will they won't they type thing going on. It's such a good song choice. Like, I don't understand why people are hating on that. Portugal the Man, Feel It Still, during the scene where Ana de Armas is going to the flea market. That's a good song to have during that scene because it sets the mood that this is a small town little flea market where people go and they meet people and they interact with people and they have a good time. I don't understand the complaints about the music in this movie. But yeah, so those are two of my biggest complaints. And now the last one that I have that I don't understand is so many people are saying that this is the most generic action, which, first of all, even if it is, it's meant to be a rom-com, so that's fine. But even then, it's really not that basic. You're telling me that watching a character, and maybe I haven't seen enough action movies to know if this is unique or not, a character in Pakistan, I believe it was Pakistan, I might be wrong about that, but a character in a Middle Eastern country drives in reverse on a bus down a super hilly road while also shooting people and killing people, using the bus to knock people off of the cliff, and doing cool like Tokyo Drift type stuff is like basic level action stuff. I feel like I've seen some action movies that don't even have action set pieces that are as good as that. Like some of the most recent Marvel movies. I'm sorry, my love. I'm sorry. You haven't been doing great recently, okay? I'm sorry. Okay, anyways. But yeah, I feel like that's so weird. Like that was cool. The final action set piece. Did you watch it? Like it was pretty damn good. Like obviously, there's probably some things that they could have done to make it better, but like the spinning and the characters having to work with their resources while they really can't control where they're going much because the entire thing is spinning out of control. Like, I think that works really well. The fight scene with Chris Evans where they're in the control room, the guy who he's fighting against has a really cool weapon that he's using. Like, that's unique. That's interesting. That's actually kind of cool and worth watching. Like, I don't understand what action sequences people are talking about where they're like, these are the most basic action sequences ever. Like, maybe when Ana de Armas breaks Chris Evans out of it, the little prison thing, right? Like, that's kind of a basic scene. But even then, she's breaking a character out of a lightly guarded like cell. And why is it lightly guarded? Because they think he's the taxman. Like, yes, it might look like she made it through that door a little too easily, but that's the point. Like, I feel like a lot of the people who are hating on this movie just don't watch movies to enjoy a movie. Like, it's such a fun experience. Like, this movie to me is one of the more fun movies that have came out this year. This is a movie where you can sit down, that by the end of the movie the two characters are going to fall in love. So you just get to watch the journey of how they go from bickering like an old married couple to actually potentially being a married couple at the end of the movie. Like, I feel like it worked really well. And I guess some people are like hating on it because the music selection wasn't that great and the action sequences were very bland. Like, what is wrong with you? I feel like this movie worked really well. It had some of the better comedic timing in some of the movies I've seen recently. I think it was great. And honestly, I stand by what I said earlier. I'm not going to say that it's a 90 out of 100, but my official rating for this movie after rewatching it is still an 81. Like, I still think it deserves a B, at least. And so many people are saying that it's, like, below a 50. I don't understand that. A lot of people are like, this is the worst movie that came out this year, and I just wanted to come on and say I thought it was really good. So if you guys watched the movie Ghosted, and you really enjoyed it, and you feel like you're alone, you're not. It was a good movie. It was a fun movie. And if you enjoy rom-coms, you would love this movie. Okay? Okay. Anyways, I really need to get that off my chest. So thank you guys so much for listening. I appreciate you guys so much for coming and watching this video. And I will hopefully see you guys in the next one. And if I pissed you off and you want to talk about why this movie sucks, please comment down below. Maybe you can point out something to me that I've missed after rewatching it twice and watching a bunch of review videos. But yeah, that was it for this video, guys. I love and appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Bow. Bow. Bow.